Hello, YouTubers, and welcome to the test.
I wanted to put together a quick video to go over my opinions on the new crew perks that are out there, and specifically for this video, which ones are good for destroyers and which ones I think I'm going to stay away from. I do plan on making similar videos for the other ship classes, but for right now and for today, I'm just going to put one out for destroyers. These are my preliminary skills that I think are going to be the best for destroyers. I'm going to focus on what's good for an IJN destroyer, and then what's good for a gunboat. I'm very interested to see what you all think are good combinations for both, so please feel free to leave comments and let me know what you all are thinking. I do plan on completely glossing over some skills as they're just not going to apply to a destroyer. For the Russian destroyer and for the American destroyer, I like to have basic fire training, or BFT, as the first skill point that I assign. This is a pretty good skill that only costs 1 point to use, and it's really good for those gunboat types that are really trying to get their rate of fire up. Basics of survivability, I really don't even want to have to mention. It's the very last skill that I put in for all three of the lines, the Russian, the American, and the Japanese destroyer line. Now here's a very important skill, especially for the Japanese destroyer line. For the Japanese, I put this in as the first skill choice that I pick. For the American gunboats and the Russian gunboats, this was my sixth choice. For the Japanese, knowing when you're getting spotted is critical and you have to get out of there. For those American destroyer players who play Benson and like to do that for their ranked battles, this is a very important skill to have as well. For the Russians, I think this benefits them the least. I generally assume that I am spotted, but there are a lot of times where I'm in a Russian destroyer and this has helped me. The next skill is the expert marksman skill. I only put this skill point on my Russian destroyers and on my American destroyers. Now, the American destroyers already have an awesome turret traverse, but they can benefit from this because they're gunboats. The Russians, they have slow-moving turrets, so they're going to get some good benefit out of this skill. Since the majority of the Russian gameplay revolves around using its guns, this is an important skill to have. So for my layout, I only put this skill on one set of ships, and that was my IJN destroyer line. For the real high American destroyer lines, you could put this on there and swap it out with the expert marksman, but for the lower tier American destroyers, I think I'd rather have expert marksman. Wargaming moving last stand from tier 4 to tier 2 is one of my favorite changes that they made in this patch. I absolutely love it. For all three of the destroyer lines, this is the second skill that I pick. It's an extremely useful skill that I just don't want to do without. When you're in a bind and you're getting shot at and you just need to get away and drop your spots, this is a great skill to have. Torpedo acceleration. Now I only put this on one class of ship, and that's my IJN destroyers. I'm excited to see this thing in action. I think it's going to be pretty fun to play with, and yeah, I want to see it work. I don't think I'm ever going to put this on any Russian destroyers, and I would only put this on American destroyers that are higher tier. Superintendent, I love this skill. I cannot believe I had to remove it from my IJN destroyer line. I would love to have it in there, but I just couldn't find a way to put it in. I still have it in the American gunboat line and the Russian gunboat line, though. Getting the extra speed burst and the extra smoke is awesome. AFT, Advanced Fire Training. Now I put this as the fourth choice for all three of the destroyer lines, and you all may be thinking, why did I put this on the Japanese destroyer line? Well, the answer to that is I want to try out the Japanese destroyer line doing some sort of long-range firing with the Advanced Fire Training, as well as the Concealment Expert. I think that could be kind of fun. It'll just give you a little something to do when you're on a torp reload. For the Russian line, it is an absolute must-have, and for the American gunboat line, it's nice to have as well. Preventative maintenance got buffed, and this is a skill that I'm excited to try out for the Russian destroyer line. One of the things and one of the reasons why I stopped playing the Russian destroyer line is I got sick and tired of losing my gun turret. Now, if this skill can keep my gun turrets from being knocked out constantly, then I may go back to playing Russian destroyers and just have a ball with them like I was before. For me, the Russian destroyer line is a blast when you have all your guns working, and it just sucks when all your guns are knocked out. Concealment Expert. Now this is a must for the Japanese destroyer, and it's awesome for the American gunboat line as well. I put this skill on both of them for my tier 5. Unfortunately, the Russian destroyer line did not get this skill choice because I was too scared of losing my turrets, and so I had to give it preventative maintenance. Making sure you're never spotted and a Japanese destroyer is key because you have no hit points whatsoever. Here's a summary of what I picked for the American gunboat line, for the Russian gunboat line, and for the IJN destroyer line. It shows what was picked on each tier, and the number in the parentheses is the order in which I went when I was selecting all my points. These buildouts assume that you have a perfect captain that can have 19 points. Good luck getting your 19th point though. So this is what I'm thinking about doing for the Destroyer Captain perks. Please leave some comments, let me know what you all are thinking. I'm very interested to know. I think what Wargaming did in this last patch has made it so you have a lot of options when you're picking your captain skills, and there's no wrong answer. That's what I love about this, and I plan on shortly putting out a cruiser video and a battleship captain video as well. I hope that you all enjoyed the video. If you did like the video, please click the like button. And if you're interested in receiving updates as new videos are posted to the channel, please feel free to subscribe. I'm generally divisioned up with Steel Reserve. Steel Reserve has his own YouTube channel with a very unique series that I enjoy titled History in Combat. I definitely recommend stopping by his channel and checking those videos out. And as always, thanks for watching the test.